Trust?
Trust.
Alright, let's break this down in a chill way, because on the surface, comparing Grand Theft Auto 6 and Hollow Knight Silksong sounds like the weirdest gamer crossover ever. One game is this massive blockbuster open-world crime saga with billion-dollar backing from Rockstar. The other? A hand-drawn indie Metroidvania made by a tiny team of devs at Team Cherry. You wouldn't naturally put these two in the same basket, right? But here's the thing. Gamers are comparing them, and it actually makes sense when you look at the bigger picture. The first reason is simple: timing and hype. Both of these games have been in development for what feels like forever, and the wait has turned into this giant storm of anticipation. For Silksong, the wait has been almost mythical. Originally, it was meant to be just a DLC expansion for the original Hollow Knight, but as the developers kept adding more and more content, it grew too big for an expansion. It became a standalone sequel, which sounded awesome. Except Team Cherry kept radio silent for years, fans kept begging for updates, and every gaming event became this guessing game. Is Silksong finally dropping? Finally, in August 2025, just a couple weeks before release, Team Cherry confirmed that the game would launch on September 4th, 2025. That long wait turned Silksong into more than just a sequel. It became almost a legend. On the other side, we've got GTA 6. Rockstar isn't new to hype, but this one is on a whole other level. Remember, GTA 5 came out in 2013. That's 12 years ago. Most franchises would have already pumped out 2 or 3 sequels by now, but Rockstar didn't need to. GTA Online kept printing money year after year, so they didn't have any pressure to rush out a sequel. Instead, they took their time, kept everything under wraps, and let the hype machine grow naturally. Now, after more than a decade, GTA 6 is officially on the way with a confirmed release window of May 2026. So here's the link. Both Silksong and GTA 6 are products of long, careful development and years of waiting. And because they've both been hyped up to almost ridiculous levels, people started grouping them together in conversations. It's less about the type of game and more about the shared vibe of being the most anticipated release in years. Another big reason for the comparison is how these games affect other developers. Both Silksong and GTA 6 are being treated like giants on the release calendar. Smaller studios and even some mid-sized developers have openly admitted that they don't want to launch their games too close to either of these dates. Why? Because they'll get completely overshadowed. Imagine you're dropping your cool little platformer the same week as Silksong. Most players and streamers will be too busy playing Hornet's new adventure to notice your game. Or worse, imagine trying to compete with GTA 6. Rockstar's new release is going to dominate the internet, Twitch, YouTube, and every gaming discussion for months. That's why a lot of studios are deliberately planning around these dates, avoiding September 2025 and May 2026 like the plague. Then we've got the price factor, which is another angle fans love to talk about. Silksong is launching at just $20. That's a steal for a game that promises dozens of hours of content, hundreds of enemies, tons of bosses, and a massive interconnected world to explore. Meanwhile, GTA 6 doesn't have an official price tag yet, but there are strong rumors pointing to it being one of the most expensive standard releases ever, possibly €100 or more in some regions. Whether or not that exact number is true, it's safe to say that Rockstar is aiming for a premium price. So fans love to throw around the comparison. Hey, you can buy Silksong for $20 or spend 5 times that for GTA 6. Of course, they're completely different games with different budgets, but the contrast makes the conversation interesting. Gameplay-wise, these two titles couldn't be further apart. Silksong is a hand-drawn 2D action exploration game, where precision, combat, and atmosphere matter most. You play as Hornet, traveling through a vast, bug-filled kingdom, fighting all kinds of enemies and bosses while uncovering secrets. It's tight, challenging, and deeply artistic. GTA 6, meanwhile, will be another open-world blockbuster with a massive living city, realistic graphics, story-driven missions, and the freedom to do just about anything you want in a virtual world. One is intimate and challenging, the other is cinematic and huge. But even with such different vibes, the shared anticipation links them together. To sum it up, people aren't comparing Silksong and GTA 6 because the games themselves are similar. They're not. They're comparing them because they both represent the same idea, a long-awaited release that carries the hopes and hype of millions of gamers. Both games have become milestones on the gaming calendar, to the point where other developers are steering clear of their launch dates. Both games were shaped by years of silence and mystery, building up fan expectations. And both games are going to dominate conversations when they finally arrive. So yeah, it's funny to put a small indie title and a billion-dollar franchise in the same conversation, but in 2025 and 2026, they're both standing shoulder to shoulder in terms of hype. And that's why people keep bringing them up together. It's less about what they are and more about what they mean to gamers. Patience finally paying off.